Good morning, America. This is Dr. Churi from the Arid Zone with another interesting video for you today. All right, so we are still suffering this plutonic negative window, and I'm not sure how many of you have reevaluate the last newsletter or listened to the last YouTube video that I regenerated, but all these dramatic, deadly news are still pouring. So let's check some of the news that I collected for you today to confirm my predictive legacy. Top Iranian nuclear scientist assassinated outside of Tehran. I mean, the word CIA, the word assassination is part of the keywords. And you know what? I thought this is going to be a nasty plutonic window. I think maybe I should email directly some of these FBI websites. And then I thought, now, I don't want those guys to show up again and think I'm part of this conspiracy or terrorist sleeping cells. In fact, in the last video that I made, I clearly mentioned that crazy people will kill people, the police will kill people, or God knows what, and it's all unfolding right in front of your eyes. And for such a dramatic, important news of a top Iranian scientist to be killed during my window, obviously depicts that there is something very, very vulnerable in my cosmic work. Now, my good friends, we know, I mean, maybe you don't, but I know, looking at President Trump stars, that he has a personal vendetta against Iran, and he's going to be in power only for a short time. And I believe he's going to do all that he can to make sure the Iranian people suffer his negative legacy or his curse against foreigners and against our connection with our ally on foreign ground because of his dragon's tail in Sagittarius. So I don't think we are at the end of President Trump literally making the job for elected President Biden easier. He's just really, really working in the dark, in the back with the ally that would be Israel, to do as much damage as possible while he is in the White House to the Iranian people. That's what the stars said. Now, you don't have to agree with me. You may maybe endorse what President Trump is doing, and that is your right, my good friend. But I'm sure I'm going to get some thumb down because all the uneducated, unused idiots out there who don't realize I'm an astrologer and my job is to read the future by translating God's cosmic design, reading the signs. All right, so we have it right in front of your face. Top Iranian nuclear scientist was assassinated outside of Tehran. CIA officer, former SEAL team, and 6-member killed in combat in Somalia. Again, for the second time, the word CIA is coming up in that window. And that definitely reinforced the death news that I'm talking about, that this type of window is producing, my good friends. I mean, how can anyone deny the veracity of my question and my keywords when they are right in your face? Only infected idiots or those who have an inferiority complex, who are envious of my talent. Those who are religious fanatics who believe that they're going to go to hell by delegating the divinity, the beauty of God's creation, the stars. That tells you where we're at, my friend, in this world. And that evil and stupidity reigns supreme, thanks to the reptilians, of course. Video of 4 police officers beating black men emerge. Again, secret to light. Police exactly during my window. And that will never, ever stop, ever, unless the cops are taught divine astrology and understand how God speaks to them through the stars. And that's why many, many of our brave police officers will never return home, because they are not cosmic conscious. And those who are in charge of helping them, regardless how ridiculous my work may look like to these educated idiots, they should give their best shot to help all police officers out there. French police officers suspended after a video emerged of them beating a black man. Hello, you can't make this stuff up, my good friend. During my window, not only in the United States, we have the cops, okay, beating black men, but also in France. During my window, hello. I just don't know anymore what I can do to help society when my work is so damn obvious, and when I get absolutely no source of help. My work can save lives, countless lives, once humanity starts to realize to line up with God's cosmic design. Once humanity realized the religious matrix and the scientific infected matrix are controlling all the informations. Once you realize this, it's all about control. It's all about money. It's all about greed. While the real thing, like Dr. Churi, that is able to point out those nasty windows that are going to kill the cops, the CIA, FBI agent all over the world, don't have access to my work. Wow. One dead after multiple random shooting in Nevada on Thanksgiving. If you watch my video, I told you, be ready for a crazy lunatic killing people. Be ready for the police being killed or the police killing people. Hello? Oh my gosh. Can't you see? That is dated, that is published, that's well documented, that's even on radio. It's printed, it's there in front of your eyes. Why can't you help me a little bit more by sharing my work? Or if you have plenty of money, don't give it to those organizations who are doing nothing to help humanity. It's okay to help dogs and cats. I love animals. What about helping human beings and the police? A second man dies after Sacramento mall shooting. Tony Hirsch, former Zappos CEO, died at 46. Famous death. Trump announces pardon for Michael Flynn in tweet. The word Russia, the word FBI is mentioned. And during this window, that very specific window, Trump pardoned Michael Flynn. Hello? Could you see the energy, the plutonic windows directly affecting the Secret Service, the police? It's time to get a wake-up call and realize that I'm real and I need the help so I can promote my work and help to save precious life. That means yours too. NRA says it's aware of significant diversion of its assets in tax filing. The word IRS, secret to light, is also part of the keywords, my good friends. Anyway, the beauty about being a VIP or a supporter, a Patreon supporter, is that last month, when I gave the specific date, and give those specific windows. All the people that are into the cosmic code, smart people, superhuman, no morons or subhuman, envious idiots out there, okay? These people knew this type of news was going to come a reality. And in the process, oh, wow, let's plan outside of this window, or if we have to, okay, well, might as well be a little bit more cautious than usual, because I don't want to be part of the statistics. That's why I joined the Cosmic Code. That's what smart human beings do. Well, you have all these infected people that are part of dark matter. You know, I can dance off my head night and days. I can make UFO movies trying to save their lost souls. They will always give me a thumb down. They can't help it. They're infected completely, mentally, physically infected, and that their life is so misery. They have nothing to offer to the world, and they're very jealous of somebody like me who has it all, not knowing they can get it all because I'm smarter than them and they could learn from me. But it doesn't seem to be that way. Too late for them. They're part of Satan's color, dark, living in dark matter forever. All right. Now, as far as this Utah monolith, it is obviously a deception. Let me explain something. There are people out there that are ready to do absolutely anything to attract extraterrestrials. Imagine that. I'm going to put a monolith in the middle of the desert. The ETs are going to be seeing that thing shining and they're going to come down. And then I'm going to go there with my camera. Next thing I know, I'm going to be all over the world. You can see that it's ego motivated. Okay. People will do absolutely anything to experience the divine or the extraordinary. But you know what? You have to be cautious. Because there are people over there who have notoriety and they are the experts on UFOs, doesn't mean they know what they're talking about, especially those who have never seen a UFO, which is pretty much 99% of all these people. Many of them are my good friends, don't get me wrong. I'm not there to bash their intelligence, to bash their work, to bash their research. No, not at all. Because what they produce is absolutely phenomenal. And it's very worthwhile, the investigation. What I'm a little bit sad about is that they are not cosmic conscious. They do not know that the extraterrestrials don't come in our dense physical world when they feel like. Like you have to respect the law. If you're a scientist working for NASA, you have to respect and understand and know some mathematical rules, physical mathematical rules dictated by your 5 limited human senses, science, in order to sign the shuttle. Well, ETs are cosmic conscious, which means they know the type of energy that I describe that produce those news. They understand those energy and they use it in order to come into our dense physical world safely. And all those UFO talking heads out there, they are not cosmic conscious. When they dedicate anything investigative about UFOs, it has to be either scientific, it has to be rational, or it's loaded with imagination and it's not real. Extraterrestrials are real. Okay? In my case, it's not a walking, it's not a light, it's real. Seeing them, talking to them face to face, getting inside of the flying saucer. Okay? Having abominable things done to my wife for very specific purpose I seem to have agreed with before the experience. It's me and 85,000 pounds of equipment being thrown from one highway to the other one. It's dogs that happens to be no dogs that completely disappear and they are not in my camera in the back of my house. This UFO phenomenon is real, my friend. And when you have those idiots who are purposely using material that are from planet Earth to build this monolith, what is the purpose? The purpose is to make sure that those infected minds who decide to do this, okay, attract a bunch of idiots, educated idiots, who can only ridicule not only the reality of extraterrestrials, but also deny the real power of the oldest science of the world, which is astrology. This is why, and this is what the ET do. They stimulate the mind of people, because you are going to look at this and you're going to laugh, because you know you're not an idiot. It has rivet. The metal is from Earth. And that stop you thinking or stop you looking for that specific video who has the truth. That would be here on this channel. That's what ETs do, stimulate the mind of these idiots. And if let's say they manage, because they're so negative, to magnetize themselves to the reptilians. Oh, wait a minute here. You know, the reptilians are no law obedient. Unlike the Draconis, who respect the law and respect the Galactic Federation or Grand Cosmic Order not to interfere with humanity, unless, of course, in my case and other case, it is designed for a very specific spiritual purpose to help humanity. Those guys are going to attract the reptilians, and they're going to end up, okay, being electrocuted like Travis Walton. You know, you have to be careful, my friend. You cannot tease the devil unless you want to suffer the same electrifying fate of lucky Travis Walton again, who to this day still do not know that he magnetized those nefarious group of extraterrestrials because of what was around him, what he was wearing, the metal, the tools, the gun that those guys had. He was not invited, didn't wear gold. He was not educated on the UFO phenomenon. He had no idea. He went under that flying saucer and he got electrocuted. Luckily for him, this reptilian scouts was also closely followed by the Draconis, put him back together to a few days. You know, my friends, you don't have to look far for extraterrestrials. They're here every single day. They're going to stimulate you to do something negative, to think negative. They're going to stimulate you to hate me, to give me a thumb down. Sometimes you cannot resist the impulse. The negative impulse is so encrusted in your soul that you cannot help yourself to be negative, especially if you're a part of the death wish generation and you need death, drama, gangs, drugs, murder, blood, chaos around you nonstop, so that you can feed those reptilians and regenerate at the same time. The scientific community is totally unaware of those forces at work. Those psychical forces are real. Those ETs are real. You know, think in the old days, knowing that the future is the reincarnation of the thought. Think of the old days of an old car. And you love the old car, but I mean, what the hell's going on with this guy? Why did he design such a car with so much limitation, with Now look at the difference of a car. The first cars that were built, and a Maserati, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Porsche, a Mercedes, a Lexus that is built today. See how much we have improved by learning, by observing, by using the rational science, intuition, and creativity, by using the stars. We are creating our reality, which is a beautiful car. And now those cars, which are so beautiful, are going to be obsolete, because now there is new cars that can fly or electric that are coming. Again, the positive draconists are stimulating the mind of smart scientists to make technology that can allow us to travel all over. Because again, I repeat myself, don't be fooled. Man will never, ever pass the orbit of the moon, and no man will ever go on Mars. You cannot be that gullible, because this is God's order. All these trillions of dollars that are being handled and manipulated by those wealthy, greedy bastards out there should be used on people like me, should be used on a young mother that is forced to raise her kids on her own because her husband is a pothead or a drug addict and is rotting in jail. That's where all this money should go. This money should go to teach love, to teach light, to teach our connection with the divine and God cosmic design. That's where all this fortune should go. So we can stop those shootings. We can stop those kids committing suicide. We can stop those kids who do not regenerate with love and light to join gang. It will never stop unless everything is back where it's supposed to be, which means God created the stars and the heavens for more than the sake of beauty, my friend. He gave it to us for interpretation so that we may lead a safer, more productive life. You heard me before many times, and I can only repeat myself. It is because we have infringed God's cosmic laws, because we have denied Jesus' initial cosmic ministry, representing the essence of the 12 apostles, the 12 signs of the zodiac, the 12 hours of the day, the 12 months of the year, the 12 sins, the 12 jury. Because humanity and politically oriented church and the scientifically infected community who control the information are neutralizing my work, because they are well organized and they have the wealth and they have the power. I don't have all that. I only have you and your good heart to join the Cosmic Code and show me your support, so I can get more and more people to help me to reach the age of Aquarius. Because you know what? We're getting very close to the point of non-return, my friend. And I worry. The dance of evil that I've been warning you for months now is about to unfold. People are not listening. Oh, coronavirus doesn't exist. They'd rather get lost in their imagination, because the fear of not having a normal life or die of the virus, make them completely ignore science, ignore the fact, ignore reality. Then they have the egocentric who thinks they know and they are better than the virus, until the last thing they see is a face of a doctor's light and a tube going to their throat. You know what? Nearly 71 years old now. And the more I try to pass on this supreme cosmic wisdom to you, the more I realize how difficult it is going to be to reach the rest of you. Because those of you who have finally raised to a higher level of cosmic awareness, those who are supporting me, those who are giving me the thumb up, those who are giving me the 5 stars on both of my movies, okay? It's because of you that I'm still here. But you know what? Do I need to do that? Yeah, it's my karma, I guess. I have to do all I can do to help you. This is why all these crazy experiences happened to me. You know what? At that point, all I can tell you, my friend, is, yeah, there is a wake-up call coming, a wake-up call for humanity. And if we don't grab it, the reptilian dance of evil, or the universal infestation that I wrote about years ago, 5-6 years ago. You have all the links at the bottom of my newsletter when I talk about the universal infestation, well before coronavirus came to existence and cursed our life. When I give you solid proof of those cosmic winds, as a human being, curious human being, smart human being, you must realize that there is something that I have that's real, something that is priceless. And that's why so many people hate me. Because why him and not me? Why did he see ETs? Why did he connect with ET? Why not me? Who the hell he thinks he is? There you go. The inferiority complex kicks in. The jealousy kicks in. And those very people are the one that I'm trying so hard to reach. And I know, ultimately, their soul is not salvageable. They lost. The reptilians win over these people. The battle that is engaged, that has putrefied their thought and their spirits, is intolerable. It's impossible to win. But you're not at that stage. The majority of you are well past this nasty poison. And you're grabbing the rope that I'm sending you. And you're talking. And you're enjoying. And you're regenerating through my work. Even those infected people, they are just with one finger hanging at the cliff. That's why they come back. That's why they come back. You're not going to believe it or not. That's why you will always have that idiot put the thumb down, follows me nonstop. He's hanging at the cliff. I hope he's going to be able to raise his second hand and then all his fingers and pull himself out of the crevasse, out of the ravine, which is swallowing him alive. I don't want you to go there, my good friends, because that's what those entities wants to do. They need this very, very precious, rare piece of real estate that we call Mother Earth. That's why it's important to spend the time, the money, the effort to save our spaceship, because that's the only one we have. We lose this spaceship, you're not going to live on the moon or Mars or Venus or God knows what those educated idiots want you to believe. No. This is home. This is home. ETs, don't go home. This is home. And they want it. They want it so they can duplicate their negativity, their evil. Just imagine a world of snakes, of nasty cricket, nasty, dirty, smelling, boiling dirt. Imagine that, and people trying to crawl out of it. I don't want you to go in that hell on this quicksand, my friends. That's why I'm fighting with you. That's why you must understand that at my age, nearly 71 years old now, in a few months from now, 3 months from now, okay, I have so much more to offer you. I have so much more guidance for you. And because of your support and your good email, your endorsement, I am here today, and I will be here for as long as I can, regardless of those who do not support me, the opposition. You know, this nasty virus is a karmic thing. It's the product of all the negative thought that are racist. It's the result of the thought of the most powerful man on the planet, that's reaching millions of people who, like him, are racist, with various colors, various skin, various ethnicity. They all fell for that negative juice induced by the reptilians that created the coronavirus, that put America in a box. And now a new president is coming in, and a Scorpio president. Look at his fate. Look what he went through. The drama, the death, the suffer, the tears, the rebirthing. Biden, did you watch, did you read, did you learn about his life story? That's next for you, for America. The beauty of all this is that in January 2022, when this nasty cosmic wind, this bad weather gets away, the head of the dragon in Taurus, money, solidity, security, will bless this great country. This is why I have hopes. This is why the universe didn't want Trump. The draconists don't want a liar, cheater, racist, double faces, uneducated, rough, unsophisticated man in power of the most powerful country in the world. A country that's supposed to lead the world, not take himself away from the world as imposed by God through the dragon set in Leo, making up the United States of America. They don't want him to benefit from the next supremely wealthy, supremely secure, supremely solid dragon, which is going to bless the United States of America. They don't want him. He doesn't deserve it. It's his karma. Who knows? Maybe he will have to run to his friends so that he doesn't end up in jail. Nobody can escape karma, not even President Trump, especially when he's out of the White House. Now you understand why. And hopefully he will not do more damage with foreign country that would become irreparable for Biden. Talking about the assassination of this prominent scientist in Iran. This is serious, my friend. The tail of the dragon in Scorpio is promising a hell of a lot of drama, a hell of a lot of death. Natural disaster like you have never seen. Death like you won't be able to count them. But again, with my guidance, you know, there is always the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's why you're here. All right. One more time, my good friends. Wash your hands. Keep your distance. Okay? Wear your mask. And remember, whatever you do, whatever you say, whomever you meet, now, during this Plutonic window, will follow you for the rest of your life, for the good or for the worse. Because now is also time for wake-up calls and for reality to knock at your door. Let's hope it's not death. You've been warned. All right, my good friends, support me. We love you. God bless all of you. And God bless this great country, which will go back to where it belongs. Top of the world. Bye-bye.